Some important things that you've missed. That's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, I'm Paul Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. Man, I tell you what, there's so many different types of technology, so many different ways to advertise. I mean, it's so many things coming at us, it's hard to stay focused. Wouldn't you agree? What I want to talk about this week is simple things that you can do to increase your leads. Again, I mean, all these different technologies, all these new things coming after us, it's like, whoa, that's exciting, that's exciting, that's exciting. And before you know it, you're spending all of this money on these new tools, these new ways to advertise, but you forgot the basics. What am I talking about? Your website. I mean, think about it. What you do, what you sell, well, what I'm talking about is selling your byproduct. Think about it. An individual is going to do business with you because they want to buy your products or they want to buy your services. That's what they're interested in. But a lot of times what you're doing is you're advertising price. You think that's a call to action. Let's advertise price, price, price. But what got the person interested in your products or services? I hope I'm making sense here. So, for example, let's say that you're a car dealer, you sell cars, but what gets the individual interested in that Prius or that Tundra or that Tacoma? Boy, I'm talking a lot about Toyotas, but you get my point. What are they interested in that vehicle? Is it a Prius? Well, maybe maybe it is the comfort. Maybe it's the room. I don't know. Maybe it's the fuel efficiency. You get my point. So what I want you to do is go back to the basics and start focusing your advertising, your messaging on the product or on the service. In other words, what are the benefits of it? That's what I want you to focus on. Now let's take a look at your website. What's your website missing? Well, content. The average car shopper is looking at 22 different websites. That's up from 17 websites 2 years ago. You would think it would be completely opposite because the search engines are getting so great, really, that you can just kind of almost think about something and there it is and search for you to be able to read. So we're able to pinpoint what we're looking for on search, but their website views are going up. In other words, they're going to 22 different websites. What's that say to you as a car dealer? Well, it says something simple to me. You don't have content on your website. You don't have the things that are important to the consumer on your website. So start developing content. I mean, you're selling the vehicle, so start selling your byproduct. In other words, start doing vehicle reviews. I know you've heard it, and you're saying, oh, I'm going to get video on my website, and you pay some third-party company to put this video. It's not the same, guys. Go to YouTube, do a search for a product or a service you're interested in, and see what type of videos attract your attention. Which ones hold your attention? That's what you want to do on your own website. Which brings me to another point. Geofencing, geotargeting. You're starting to hear about it, but let me explain how it works. So for example, and I mean, we're doing a kind of a combination of the two. People were kind of messing up what geofencing and geotargeting is, but let me tell you how it can apply to you as a marketer or as a business owner. Imagine a group, an area, in another market that, let's say that they have less than perfect credit, that this market is known for lower income, less than perfect credit. Well, what you can do is you can do a geofence, in other words, a circle around that market. And any individual coming to your website from around that market, they would be served up a specific ad or specific content. Well, websites are offering that. In fact, my friends at Dealer Lead Driver, they've got such a website. So now an individual comes from this market, less than a perfect credit market. They come to the website, boom, here's a message talking about, hey, we've got over 100 banks to choose from, guaranteed financing. If an individual has good credit and it's not important to them, all they got to do is X out and it goes away. Simple as that. But think about all the different options. Let's say you've got a competitor in a different market. Let's say you're a dealership, and that competitor in the other market, they've got people in the showroom, they're going to their mobile phone to price compare, to look at the inventory versus the dealer they're at right now. They hit your website, boom, you drive them to a specific message based on their geolocation, and that message says, hey, I can save you up to $2,000, blank. So call now to find out. So think about the opportunities. I mean, we can keep going. Geofencing, geotargeting. For example, let's say that you've got an area in your market that's got a large hospital and it has 5,000 employees. Well, anybody coming from that hospital URL or that location, you serve them specific content and it says, hi, we've got a VIP program if you work at any of these hospitals. Don't pinpoint that hospital because that could get a little creepy, but list all the hospitals. Or you could say if you're a healthcare worker or whatever. And now they go over to a specific page, it's customized, and it talks about your VIP program for healthcare workers or people that work at that company. So this is the type of technology that's available. But my point is, you've got to develop the content for it. So you've got to get into a content development mode. So back to the basics, guys. Talk about what's important to a person, important to those shoppers, the people buying the services or the products from you, and before you know it, your leads will go up. But I'm going to share a couple more tips with you, so we're going to break right here, and we'll be right back.
This is not your platform. This is a platform for your clients. An innovative website platform that will make you rethink the potential of your web strategy. Introducing Dealer Lead Driver.
Our team has developed and tested a website platform based on consumer behavior, heat mapping, user testing, online actions, and offline data. We've utilized this information to construct a platform that will drive more leads to your dealership than ever before, yielding the highest conversion rate in the industry.
You don't just want to show up in the search results, you want to own them. Dealer Lead Driver was built to optimize the way search engines find and index your site, and we update that constantly to stay at the top of every customer search.
Since working with dealers for years, we've heard about their needs. Now, we're listening to what the clients want and what the customers need. Dealer Lead Driver has built the tools and features your customers have been looking for, all in a platform your dealership will use to sell more cars and drive more parts and service sales.
Join me and the Dealer Lead Driver team on July 7th at 4 o'clock, where we unveil the all-new, exciting website platform. Come find out why Dealer Lead Driver is a game changer.
Welcome back. So I hope that was helpful. That was a commercial from our friends at Dealer Lead Driver where they have this technology that I'm talking about. So here's some other tips. How can you create content? Well, it's easy. I want you to get your salespeople involved and just start talking about, use Periscope, like we're using Periscope right now, and start cranking out those videos, save those videos, and people love to watch videos. Of course, you got to do text too. So find somebody in your organization that's wanting to write a couple paragraphs, but I say stick to video. It's the easiest way to go. Don't forget everybody in your organization. If you're a dealership, don't forget your service writers. Don't forget your techs. I seen one recently that I thought was really cool, and they had the cleanup crew doing videos of talking about how you could get the shiniest shine of your car, and they were talking about clay bars and how to clean your car up. It was pretty engaging for me. In fact, it got me so excited. Before you knew it, I hopped over to another website. If this dealership offered this, I hopped over to another website and bought all kinds of clay bars and wax and all that, and the box is sitting in my garage. Anyway, that's the tip for this week, and I'll see you next week.